Hello, good morning. Good morning. Big up to everybody. It's your boy Mark and MUFC fan, and you know what it is, guys. Smash the likes and subscribe. Get in, show your love for Trinidad and Tobago. This is where it's at, guys. And I have a few questions I gotta get off my mind. There's been a lot of YouTubers talking about Trinidad and Tobago football, which is good. It's very interesting to see the bright spark, the love, the passion, and of course the togetherness, yeah, and the want to see Trinidad do better. But I need to ask my fellow content creators, especially those who talk about Trinidad football, why do you focus on the negatives only? Why do you always make it a point of what they haven't done or what they haven't done in the time that you want it to be done as an issue, rather than what we are doing and what can be done and what are the solutions for the issues and the problems that have been facing Trinidad and Tobago football for so many years? Guys, it's one of those things where I feel like as a football fan, I'm a Manchester fan. Everyone knows you've been to Mark and UFC channel, of course, and I'm a football fan. I live in Germany, so it's going to be very interesting. And of course, as I mentioned, Germany, Borussia Dortmund comes to mind. The brand new BVB or B4B academy that has been built in Tobago is going to be the spark of a brand new future in the football world for Trinidad and Tobago. And guys, it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. The funny thing is that there's a lot of talented individuals, of course. There's a lot of talented players in the local league or playing abroad, but they're certainly facing some difficult situations in getting all these players together into the team to play and represent Trinidad and Tobago. Now, we can say it's the problem of the CTFA, but I think that's a little bit a lazy excuse, a lazy way of targeting blame for a group of individuals who have been running the TTFA for not more than 18 months. And it's really difficult to say that they can really impact change when, the previous regime and government that would have been helping or supposed to be facilitating the moves and all the good things that you would expect, they are a government that never invested in sports and culture. They don't invest in the youth. They have never invested in sports. They did not invest in football. In fact, the 10 years they were in power saw Trinidad go from where they were ranked in football straight down, not no lower than 70 places in the football ranking under their watch, the PNM government. So, guys, I know you want to put blame onto the TTFA because you think that they should be doing a much better job immediately as they just have all these things and Dwight York has just come in and all these good things. And I can't say that that is wrong of you guys. But what I can say is, what are the solutions? Yeah, we highlight the problems, but where are the solutions? What solutions can we come up with that might help facilitate or help the TTFA do a better job? Realistically, as an influencer, as a YouTuber, as someone who is in the know, you have a more idea of what is is going on in the football world, club space, different teams. We've seen the recent World Cup squad list of Curacao released in the last 48 hours, guys. And a lot of Trinidad and Tobago football fans are in a huge panic because some of these players, yes, they play in the Prem, they play in the Eredivisie, yes, they have quality, but that by no way, shape, or form means that they are better than the Trini boys, than our local lads, our Soca Warriors. So I'm not worried. I'm not saying they are not going to be tough opposition, but hey, if we're going to the World Cup, we have to face tough opposition anyway. Yeah, because when you get into the World Cup, you don't want to get knocked out as one of the first teams. You only play 3 games and you're gone. You want to compete. And in the first tournament of its type, when it expanded to 48 teams as a country going in, you want to compete past the first round. You want to get into that second round and make history along with the history that's already being made. So what I would say to everyone is that we need to take a different tack, look differently, and try to help facilitate of advancement in football in Trinidad and Tobago. Not just talk about it, not just say what they should have done better. How can we help them do it better? I think it's something we need to look at because at the end of the day, it's our football, it's our nation, it's our country. and we can impact that. It's not a gigantic country like the likes of Germany or France or England. It's a small nation, and as little as it is, all little input can impact greatly, guys. And why I'm saying this is because we have a brand new top of the line academy with quality and historic pedigree coming in from Bundesliga that's going to start bringing in and churning out some talented youth with the right sort of mentality, the right skill set, the proper training, and everything need for them to be taking themselves to the next level and competing in the Europe level type leagues. Now, how can Trinidad maximize on this? These are the questions that we should be looking at, guys, because I would say having the TTF, the TNT Pro League is interesting, but having an academy like this coming into the country is somewhere where all the Pro League clubs and owners should be taking notice, making phone calls, maybe to try to get a conversation, try to get try to get into some kind of meeting. Maybe the TTFA needs to bring the Borussia Dortmund Academy head staff together with the Pro League staff, the heads of the pro league, and everyone sits down and have a conversation about streamlining Trinidad and Tobago football, the direction, the style of play that we want to play. How are we going to go forward? How are we going to play? What type of formations we would like to be utilizing so that from school league, grassroots, from all the different tiny academies, whether it be the Dortmund Academy or other academies in Trinidad and Tobago, everyone's going to be working towards the one goal, and that's the national team. And we need to streamline Trinidad and Tobago football. This will also help improve the Pro League drastically. Because if we take advice from Borussia Dortmund on the way they train, nutrition, fitness, regimen, and all these good things, and all the different teams like the Defense Force, the Police Academy, and all these things, take these things in and seriously take in these factors and apply them into their training sessions and their teams from all age groups and levels, we could level up the whole level of football nationwide by using the advice of an academy that is now in our nation's shores. Guys, this is an exciting time for Trinidad footballers and young footballers at that. The young talents now, 5, 10 years old. These are the ones we need to make sure that they get all the experience and all the chances that they possibly can. Of course, we would like to qualify for the World Cup. And when I say this, I would love to see Trinidad qualify the World Cup, guys. I would be there for the Tri Nation tournament, and I will be bringing all the Trinidad matches live to you and giving you fan content from in the games. But at the same time, guys, I would much rather prepare Trinidad and Tobago to compete for World Cup for the next 30 years, guaranteed, even if I miss this one. But we need to put the groundwork in right now, and we need to believe that there are changes will come. Yeah, because guys, right now we can say all we like, but we don't have the framework or the facilitation for top level academies to function and players of that quality to really develop in Trinidad and Tobago. The Pro League is not really high level quality, but we can improve it. We need to fuse the experience from the Bundesliga academy that is there to help improve the training methods and nutrition of the Pro League teams and so forth. And this is how we are going to go about making Trinidad football great again, guys. Not by criticizing the TTFA every single chance we get, not by always saying, well, this team is going to be better than us. Guys, we need to support our own. And not only that, we need to find ways to help to give them ideas if they don't have it themselves. If we know better, then share the knowledge, guys. This is our nation, TNT, one Soca Warrior, one people, one country, one nation, one family, all the way. So, guys, as I come to you this morning, there's lots of amazing content creators from Trinidad and Tobago who get in this football space, like Scully Loves Football. He's an AEK Athens fan, real cool guy. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we'll be doing some content soon. And there's also my good friend, who I watch all of his streams. Of course, he's changed his channel to the the Warriors, Heart of the Soca Warriors channel now. Really nice guy. But Thornhill, my brother, you need to change your vibes, bro. Because at the same time, your content It's getting into a boxed in session, bro, because you only criticize the TTFA, bro. You know what I mean? And I think you can do a lot more than just criticize. Maybe you can be the reason why we scout some of the best young talents for the new Soca Warriors team going forward. Maybe that's where your calling lies, bro. But right now, guys, I think rather than complain about Trinidad and Tobago's TTFA, I think we should find ways to help them and give them ideas on how to impact and change things. Because right now, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. And of course, we've had shitty years past. And if we want to change things, guys, we have to approach things in a different way, with a different mentality, with a different energy. And of course, with Dwight York as head coach right now, we already have a foot in the door because we have seen the impact that he's made. The team has already started playing more disciplined football. There are some interesting talents who are willing to come back and play for Trinidad now, knowing that Dwight York is head coach. So, guys, let's give them every chance they can. Let's do every bit of support that we can. You know what I mean? What we can do, let's do it. Because guess what, guys? It's only going to benefit Trinidad and Tobago going forward. It's going to be better for us, better for the team, and a better Soca Warrior performance that we can be proud of. So, guys, as I close, I let you all know the World Cup qualifiers are coming soon. On the 5th of September, we face Curacao. Of course, they have released their squad. It looks a very strong squad, very interesting talents, of course. Two players, one of them playing for Watford in the first division of the English League, and of course the other plays in in the Premier League for a team that just got promoted from the Championship. It's going to be very interesting. Of course, there's the likes of Tahi Chung, who was a former Manchester United player. He's an interesting talent, but I dare say that Dante Sealy is way better than him than he is, and provides much more quality on the ball. This is why Manchester United got rid of the likes of Tahi Chong. And I would say, looking at some of our guys recently and their performances across the various leagues where they are playing their football, they themselves have shown drastic improvements in their own performances for their teams. And it has been showing across the board for all the players who have been recently representing Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot deny this as well, and we cannot overlook it. So, guys, I say this and I tell you, Road to World Cup is here. Let's back the team, back the Soca Warriors, and let's go for gold. You know how it goes. You know what it is, and you know what it's like. Your boy Mark Ken, peace and love, and we'll be back with tomorrow with some more updates on Trinidad and Tobago football and more views and ways, maybe. And I have a plan, and I think I'm going to do a presentation that might the TTFA and Trinidad football might be very interested. It's a little structured plan on how they can utilize the knowledge of the Dortmund Academy into improving football in Trinidad and Tobago and thereby raising the level of grassroots countrywide and also improving football going forward. So, guys, we'll talk more on that another time. But today, I just wanted to give you guys that information. Get in the comments, let me know what you're thinking, and let me know all the Trini fans of TNT football. Soca Warriors live strong. You know what it is, guys.